Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cooper's Field for the 10 a.m. Division 2 game. This morning, we're going to be seeing the Sacramento Suns coming up against the DC Eagles. My name is Brendan Walsh, and joining the commentary box this morning from Mac. Mac, good morning.
Mac from Sac. Woo!
Mac from Sac. Well, we have some intel information coming from Mac from Sac here this morning, so we should get a good run sheet. Mac, what can we expect from the Suns?
Oh, they've been playing really well. They're 2-0 so far in this competition. We've got a lot of skill, a lot of speed. They're really good at taking those big marks out of the air, so it's going to be a good matchup.
Anyone particularly we should be keeping an eye out for?
Ooh, there's lots of people we should be keeping an eye out for. Let's see. You got Big Drew, number 37. He's been coaching our reserves men, but he is a force to be reckoned with in the back line. And then you got Colby Campbell on the forward, always good hands. He used to be a goalie for soccer.
All right, well, there we go. Mac from Sac. I'm Brendan from the Eagles then. Somehow I'm going to have to support the other team and show that we are neutral. We are absolutely neutral here. We support all teams participating here on what is a fairly overcast morning, Mac. So winds yesterday, as we're looking from on the TV screen left to right, the wind favouring that team running that direction. We were expecting SA Mac as a sort of 3 to 4 goal breeze. Thoughts this morning from your games?
You know, it was wet to start with, but the grounds are drying out a bit, so I think that they're going to be able to control the movement of the footy a lot better. The wind's obviously going to carry the ball, so whoever gets that end to begin with will probably see some early goals.
Well, as Max said, the surface here is immaculate. Very, very fortunate here for the Bradenton Premier Sports Facility here. We're very fortunate to have them on board, and here we are at Cooper's Field as we see the Eagles coming out here to line up against the Suns. Umpires in the middle, ready to get the toss underway. As Max said, Sacramento already 2-0, so really looking forward to going 3-0 here this morning if they can as well. Let's see if we go with the traditional coin toss, or will it be paper, rock, scissors, Mac? Thoughts? If you're paper, rock, scissors, what are you?
Coin toss.
Coin toss? If you were throwing down, are you a rock, are you a paper, or scissors? What are you?
I think I always go for a paper.
Paper. Okay, there we go. So the coin toss there underway. Teams just coming in. Final instructions from the skippers. So as we see that the players taking their positions in the various aspects of the field, we're going to have Sacramento, running right to left on your screen, which means the DC Eagles will be going left to right. So just about to get this game underway. We see the rucks ready. Imagine the umpire's going to ball it up. There is the hooter, and we are right to get underway, ladies and gentlemen.
Sacramento wins the tap.
Great tap out of the middle straight away. Ball onto the left-hand boot, straight into the forward line. Some good scrappy play around the corner. Oh, Sacramento player just getting it through. Gets a favourable bounce. And it looks, the ball was touched right on the line, says the goal umpire there. So Sacramento showing their intentions early. Get the first points on the board there, 0-1-1, leading DC Eagles yet to score. Mac, positive start.
Yeah, very positive. They're going against the wind too, so this is great for our boys.
We saw yesterday a couple of different strategies from teams employed running into the breeze, but the one that appeared to work best was the low, short kicks and obviously using the ball by hand to try and run the ball into sort of possession. So could have been a holding call there. You can see that wind straight away favourable down the line. I think the boys will be looking here for a stoppage. Umpire agrees. He's going to ball the ball up right in front of us here at the commentary box. We have Matt Hampton.
Hopman.
There we go. Got close. Third time's lucky out there for the Sacramento Suns. Ball rushed over the line.
He's one to watch. His brother's playing in the forward line as well. So number 15 and this one running in. Let's see what number he is.
Good. There he is again. Hampton, ball up. Nice little use of the hands there from Sacramento. Get the ball out of the clearage.
That's Kelly running onto the ball. Oh, they're going to call it out. Oh, in the back. Yeah. In the back. Unfavorable.
Use of the hands, we'll see it again. Nice little short kick down the wing. Has it gone the 15? The umpire says yes and calls the mark. Again, promotes the ball down the line. Plenty of people there. DC Plenty of numbers. But Sacramento cleaning up nicely behind the ball. What's he going to do here? He needs a little bit of help. Gets a shepherd, a very lovely shepherd there from the Sacramento Suns player. Ball going back up that right-hand flank. Sacramento, plenty of numbers behind the ball, which is positive. Unfortunately, intercept mark there. Just a little bit of rush kick. Turnover there. Intercept mark from Paul Lashir for the DC Eagles. Lashir putting the ball just straight into the getting close to that forward 50. This could be, no, there it is. Intercept there from the Sacramento Suns.
They gain possession, moving it up the field. Oh, pay the mark.
Very nicely done here, Sacramento. This is where we saw some issues yesterday with the teams entering the forward 50. Just a little passage of play, but no such issues there for the Suns. Beautiful little short kick from Kelly. Finds number 15 being our man Matt. Again, looking for another option, short option on the lead on the 45. Very strong mark. I think there was a push in the back. The umpire agrees. Mac, back yourself from here. Back your team.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is one of our Aussies. He's going to take this shot. This is Eddie?
Steady, Eddie.
I'm so sorry. This is Joseph Horniman.
Joseph Horniman. Here we go.
On the
Joseph
far side,
Horniman.
taking the kick. Will it go? Will it go?
Falls a little bit
Right?
short, but the Suns,
Ooh.
plenty of numbers there.
Yeah.
Cleaning up the scraps. Throws it over the right-hand shoulder. Touched again.
Oh, that was Chris Gould, number 3.
Very good effort from the Suns there, cleaning up some of the scraps, throwing it over as the right-hand snap, and the ball going through for a behind. So that's the second behind there for the Suns. They are now 0-2-2 with the DC Eagles yet to score. Very big, deep kick out there from the DC Eagles.
Keeping the ball in play. Over to Nico.
Lovely, skillful play from Nico. Umpires decided to push in the back. Free kick, Sacramento. Free kick awarded to Tristan Boyer here. Got a few Sacramento Suns players presenting as a lead.
Good leads, get in there.
Ball falls just short, held up in the breeze. Umpire says no pry. We're going to ball it up there with a stoppage just outside the Suns 50. There's that entry into the 50. A strong entry there from Sacramento and a very... umpire pays the mark.
That's Colby. Big hands, big kick.
Got a perfect view here, Mac, from behind the set shot. Colby Campbell sends it towards the goal. He seems pretty happy with it off the boot. Goal umpire agrees. First major of the day there to Colby Campbell. So Sacramento now first major of the game, 1-2-8. DC Eagles yet to score. Mac, very positive start there from Sacramento into the breeze.
Very positive. They're hitting the ground running. First game. Love it. Field's a little drying out. We're rowing against the wind, and we're still starting with the advantage. We'll take it.
Really seeing Sacramento get good numbers behind the ball, even with those long kicks from the DC Eagles out of their defensive pocket, making use of those hands.
I think the ball rolled out into the parking lot, so taking a bit to get it back to the center.
Umpire again balling it up. Hampton there for the DC Eagles, getting the little tap. Some nice body work there from the Eagles around the contest. Just socket ahead there by the DC Eagles 44. It looks like it's Nathan Luschmein. A lot of rushed footy down there at the moment. Hard for anyone to get a clean possession. All very rushed. The ball goes over the line for a stoppage, boundary throw, and I think nice little chance for both teams to reset. Suns to get their defensive line set, and obviously the DC Eagles looking to get in the forward 50.
Suns are got the ball in hands. See if they can move it forward.
Great defensive pressure there from the Suns. Again, plenty of numbers behind the ball. Nicely picked up there by the Suns. In traffic, makes use of the hands. He's got plenty of numbers around him. Good communication, some short hands. There's that forward entry into the 50, and Colby up there and back again. Not a favourable bounce for either team as the ball may get rushed. It is, but rushed over the sideline there for a boundary throw-in. Deep in the forward 50 there for the Sacramento Suns.
Ball's in the air, taps out. The Suns come out of the group with it, moving it forward. That's Chris Gould, left. And it's in.
Great goal there from Chris with the left foot snap out of some traffic. Boundary umpire says that is between the big sticks, and that is the second major there for the Sacramento Suns. 2-2-10. DC Eagles still yet to get on the board. Mac, very nice use of the hands there for the Suns.
Yep, good passage of play. They moved it up. It got stuck in the middle for a bit, but they scooped it out, and here we are.
There it is again out of the middle with the DC Eagles picking the ball up nicely off the ground. Ball very strongly into that forward 50 again. Right foot snap. Wind just not pulling it around enough there. Goal umpire says it goes through for a behind. Again, very good entry there from the Suns, Mac, out of the center bounce or center ball up.
Absolutely. The wind's kind of blowing towards us, which hopefully will help a bit straighten that next one out.
That score there now, 2-3-15. DC Eagles yet to score. Ball, handball over the head.
Big kick by Colby. Will it go?
Oh,
Ooh,
great strong
great
contested mark. Very good contested mark down there, just in that forward pocket by the one-arm sleeved bandit. Quickly moves the ball on by hands, hoping to get an easy goal rather than a set shot. May like to rethink that, however, the ball, umpire says incorrect disposal was a throw. That's a free kick to the DC Eagles. Probably might want to have that one again, I reckon, Mac.
Bummer, yeah. Number 25, Eric Anderson. He should have taken the shot, I think. He was a little wide of goal, but... Ooh.
That ball, again, you can see how hard it's coming out downwind. Players really struggling to sort of judge the movement and speed of the ball into their hands. Again, Sacramento, plenty of numbers around and behind the ball. Making good use of the hands, just soccers the ball forward. Big soccer kick there, and I think we're going to find the line again into the forward 50, right in that pocket, right-hand pocket there. We're going to have a boundary throw in. A little unconventional, but it's working. Lots of various movements of ball that way, and I think we're going to see that ball went out of bounds. Just to the left-hand side of the post. We'll have a boundary throw in again. Very scrappy, Mac, the ball up there in that forward 50.
Difficult with the wind, I think. Like you said, hard to judge. The bounces are not where you're expecting them.
DC are really flooding their numbers up, but also flooding back, and Sacramento are putting some numbers up there. Interesting to see the positioning here of the mids. There's a lot of green territory just outside that 50. We know that ball's going to go out quickly. There it comes. Unfortunately, was unable to take the mark there as the Suns pick the ball, loose ball up, and has a bit of a run. Looking like a solid shot at goal. That is the goal umpire says just to the right-hand side. Wind got the hold of it there, so that's 2 goals for. That's their 4th behind.
That was Mason LaFond, number 5.
Any points into the breeze make a good point, so I would imagine
Take
today.
'em. Any shots on goal. They roll in, they count. Let's go.
Sacramento have done a good job at every entry into the 50. They've come away with some form of points. We'll see here again just the strength of that breeze.
Intercepted by Ramesh.
The ball coming forward there. We've got Bevan Main chasing it down there for the Eagles. Umpire saw incorrect disposal. Is he playing advantage? He's going to get them to bring it back. Ball coming back up. Gives the Suns the chance to get back. We're going to get game touch here, Mac. Ball. Oh, first touch of the week. Ball with Thomas Matthew, the man with 2 first names. Puts a lovely kick down the line. Beautiful vision from Thomas Matthew. Finds Bevan Main.
Wins in their favor. Let's see if they can sink one.
Great entry there from Bevan. Unfortunately, Sacramento player unable to take the intercept mark. Sacramento doing a very nice job defensively to get that ball out quicker than it came in. Lots of bodies on the ground there at the moment. Players also a little bit struggling to hold their feet there, Mac, as well. Maybe need some longer cleats.
A bit slippery, I guess.
Playing in sand shoes. Sacramento here got plenty of free space. Needs to move the ball forward quickly,
Big
which
kick.
he does.
Right over to Kelly. And
Finds
he's on the
Kelly,
move.
looks to play on quickly. Comes around the corner with the right foot snap. Ball's over the top. Finds the man to perfection.
A great assist by Kelly Mariano, the Suns, right into Colby's hands.
Beautiful way to finish. A very nice move from the Suns. Very quickly move that ball out of the defensive line. And then a couple of kick-to-kicks, playing on quickly. See Sacramento kick their 3rd major of the game. Takes us to 3-4, I believe. 3-4, 22. DC Eagles still yet to score. Probably running about 3 to 4 minutes left on the clock, Mac, for this first half. DC would really like to be getting on the scoreboard before half-time, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Some Hooters run off on the other fields you can hear in the background. Sacramento really have dominated all these stoppages there. So plenty of people making some recommendations on the umpire what they thought that decision could have been. DC Eagles unfortunately couldn't come where they were clean possession. Sacramento very quickly react and respond and recover with a nice little smother as they move the ball forward. Again, the hands off to the free man. Unable to take it cleanly. Does he still have enough time to run around his defender? He does. Puts it on the right. He's kicked an unbelievable goal from that right hand. Eddie Betts' corner.
That's our junior. That's Colby Campbell, Casey's younger brother.
Obviously been taking lessons in the backyard from Big Bro.
Absolutely.
Wonderful finish there from the younger brother. Eddie Betts' corner. Won't see too many better goals from that corner this afternoon. Sacramento really going out to a dominating lead here at the moment. 4-4, 28 in the first half into the breeze.
It's a strong start for the Suns. Is it going to secure them into the finals?
Umpire ball up in the middle. First time the Eagles have taken a clean possession off the for stoppage. Now just getting their way into the 50, but again, Suns plenty of numbers behind the ball, have not picked up cleanly. Head over the ball. This could be the opportunity the Eagles are looking for, but great defensive work, great scramble there at the backs from Sacramento as they're looking now to move that ball out of that 50. Very nice play there, Mac, as the Suns moving the ball upfield beautifully.
Big kick by Todd.
Ball over the top. Looking for one of the brothers again. Surely he can't do it 2 from 2. He's just going to check himself there closely.
Let's see what Casey can do.
Long way out into the breeze. Big Bro telling him to be pointing towards the sticks. Gives it a bit of a serve. Not sure if he's got the legs or the distance, but
right to Big Brother.
Strategic pass, just laying up to his brother.
That's Colby taking the mark in the front line. Will he sink it?
He's looking for a man. He's got a tough angle. younger brother showed him how to do it moments earlier. Let's see if he paid attention. Gives it back to little brother. A little bit closer this time here. Again, Breeze coming across his right side. Has he made enough allowance for it? Goal umpire says, unfortunately, not enough. So that'll be a behind. 4 goals, 5-29. Really lovely passage of the Eagles. Of the Suns there, Matt, coming out of the defensive line.
Absolutely. There was a big tackle by Julian in the back, and that's what started the ball momentum moving forward. And they've held on to it since. Let's see if they can intercept this kick out from fullback.
So that's Julian David, number 12, Max referring to down there, was scrambling lovely in defence. Again, the Eagles so easily able to get out of that 50, but just need to try and link up a couple of balls as it's racing towards the boundary line. Suns doing a fantastic job to keep it in play. That's Mason Lafon moving the ball nicely. Jeez, the Suns have really been able to find players in space, Mac.
Number 65, that's Caden Leafin. He is a former rugby player. See that big boot?
Both players committed.
Collided.
There's a collision out
collided. There. Ooh, big mark by Rami. Intercepted.
Both players still down and hurting after that collision. Both showed immense commitment. Only had eyes for the ball. Just got a couple of the Suns players just checking on their teammates there at the moment, make sure they're okay. The umpire has seen just to call a halt to play for the time being. Very close to half time. Good effort from both umpires and obviously the opposing players, to check on their teammates and opposition.
Still getting our injured player off the field. Looks like number 15.
Very strong collision with both bodies down on the ground. Hard to sort of control that, but obviously it looks as though Matt, unfortunately, has got an injured right shoulder. You get over to the medical tent there to check on him there as well, and looks like
Pretty
Big
close.
Bro going to take a little breather as well. Is
Pretty
that
close
wind
to
starting to pick up?
halftime. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, ready to get that game back underway. We had the mark there for the Sacramento Suns. We're looking for a foot race. I think we're going to have there.
Big kick from Mason. He's going to send it forward. Who's his target?
Mason got a couple of players in the lead there. He puts the ball into the center corridor. Very brave kick. But
Ooh, right to Rami. That's Ramesh. He usually plays in defense. He's pushed way up. You can see we're kind of pinching the field here.
DC Eagles pushing that ball out of defence with a nice barreling sort of torpedo kick off the left foot. Getting a lot of purchase as the DC Eagles, very clever little play, ball over the top. Maybe just enough time for the Eagles to look to get on the board. What have we got here at the moment from them? Eagles player unlucky not to have the mark called right as the hooter sounds. Well, Mac, that takes us through to half time on Cooper's Field. We've got the 4 goals, 5-29 Sacramento Suns leading the DC Eagles yet to score. Quick thoughts, Mac, before a break?
Let's see what they can do with the second half. The Suns will have the wind in their favor. They're already up, so this is an advantage for them.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the halftime break, and we'll see you again soon. we're going with commercials and sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half. Obviously, for those of you watching from home, a big special thanks to our sponsors that you just saw there before, specifically Tasmanian, for all their hard work over the last couple of years. Really appreciate the partnership as we come back to Cooper's Field. Second half underway. Unfortunately, the word from the sidelines is that it's unexpected to see Matt returning into the second half after what appeared to be a dislocated shoulder, Mac.
Yep, absolutely. They replaced him with Chris Gould, another tall. He's one of our few Aussies, so he'll be taking the rucks in the center, it looks like.
And interesting to see how DC come out in this second half. Sacramento did a very strong job in that first half, showing them how to play into the breeze, and straight away we've got a free kick for one in the back to the DC Eagles player. Looking back into the 45 inside of the corridor, except I think he's going to keep that ball down the line, which he does. Very nice kick, but unfortunately well-positioned intercept with Sacramento. Plenty of numbers behind the ball.
There's a big mark by Todd, another former rugby player up the line. Is it in? Still in.
Big volleyball spike to push that ball back down. Sacramento again with numbers there, using the ball, pushing it forward however they can. Two scrappy handballs off the ground, make that a third. DC finally picked the ball up and used their handball.
A lot of numbers on the ball. It's a big clearage by Tristan Boyer.
Plenty of green space out here at the moment. What are the DC boys going to do here? Puts it long. Is that Julian?
David.
Julian, unfortunately, hands above the head, made a nice strong leap, but just couldn't take it cleanly. Sacramento again, great use of the hands. Strong contact coming in there from number 5 from the Eagles. Umpire has seen something from 50 metres away he didn't like. Free kick there to the Eagles. Looks like it might have been one in the back. Very positive lead there from the Eagles. Unfortunately, could take the mark, puts the ball, rushes the ball onto the left, but lovely intercept.
Big hands. That's Drew in the back line. He's a force to be reckoned with.
Captain coach, skipper?
Captain coach. He's coaching our reserves team as well.
I think that might be the first time he's touched the ball this game in defence, but a very nice, strong left foot touch there in the air from the Eagles. Nice little handball off the ground from the Suns as they're moving the ball forward. That's going to hit the ground. Get a nice bounce for the DC Eagles to pick that ball up and push that ball forward with a nice diving marker. Man coming across in the back.
Called a high tackle there.
Player really need to look to hold his feet there. Very nice kick forward with the DC Eagles going up. A ball unfortunately goes over everyone. Suns numbers behind it quickly to recover.
Looks like everyone's having a hard time keeping their feet again.
Good use of the body. The umpire says, unfortunately, someone got a push in the back. Free kick to the Eagles as they're trying to flood the forward 50 now with players. Plenty of yellow there, Mac, as we look on the mark. There's about 4 people on the mark. Umpire says one of you's got to move.
We got a big run coming in from the back line, number 13.
Great solid kick on the left foot, but unfortunately a winch grabbed it and pushed it out to the side on the full. First real scoring opportunity for the Eagles all game. And no score in this second half yet. Still has the Sacramento Suns 4 goals, 5-29, leading the DC Eagles, yet to put a point on the board. Here we'll see Andrew Mack. I'm expecting this to go about 50 to 60 if he gives it a hit.
Big boot. Wind's going to carry it a bit.
The ball rushed out over the sideline there for a boundary throw-in. Looking for both rucks to nominate here at the moment for the boundary umpire to throw the ball in, which is a nice little banana.
They're going to reset, have him throw it again.
Umpire disagreed with my interpretation, so we're going to have another go. It's going to move in a little bit close to the field, really give it some air. Umpire says that's close enough. There's some good defensive work from the Eagles coming across the top and the hands to move the ball out. Great smother there from the Sacramento Suns. Moving that board now across the corridor into free open space. Nice little step back on the inside. Unfortunately, again, the Suns well positioned and structured defensively to clean up any forward 50 entry.
It's a great mark by Todd. Big boot. Will it find a Suns player?
Gives it the knuckleball treatment, just drifting and floating in the wind, and unfortunately the DC Eagles player just puts the ball on his boot and goes into touch. Over the sideline for a boundary throw-in.
The wind appears to be blowing directly towards us, so I think that's why this ball keeps getting carried over the line.
It's one way to keep the hair out of the face, mate.
Yes, absolutely. There are a lot of long-haired players out there. Maybe not on this team.
Plenty of boundary umpire experts unfortunately playing this game, giving some good tips. Just giving a free kick to the DC Eagles. That ball finds the sideline again. Plenty of practice for the boundary umpires here today into the breeze. Suns have a looking at the numbers in the forward in the defensive 50, Mac. I'm trying to get a count on it.
Well, they stacked it for sure. There's only
there's
2 guys
12
on the other side of the
Suns,
box.
I think, in the 50 area, really flooding back as they run the ball out nicely there.
Well, it's Nico moving the ball forward, trying to find Eric.
Find the man in the lead. There's a couple of people out here on the right flank, but nice pick up there. Unfortunately taken high and late by number 18 there from the Suns, acknowledging that he was a little bit like Cinderella late to the ball. Didn't come away with the prince. Ball again over the sideline. A lot of stoppages being created here, but the Eagles just aren't able to get a clear clearance, mate.
No, I think the wind is not anybody's favor right now.
Suns again doing a good job to get the ball out, but the midfield there of the Eagles well positioned to take that intercept mark as they push the ball into the 50 again. Not a clean entry. I don't think I've seen a clean entry from the Eagles yet in that 50, but number 4, Jack Needham getting the ball on the foot and putting it in the 50, but again defensively there from the Suns. Nice play pushing down the left-hand wing and a nice little pirouette. Suns player puts it under his arm and goes and pushes the ball forward in the 50, but again we see a turnover of possession just at the wrong moment. Nice little handball off the ground. It's a little bit high. The umpire didn't like that high contact without the ball either as well.
A lot of talk from the players to the umpires. We gotta see how they handle that.
A lot of tunnel ball action going out there at the moment. Plenty of people hitting the ball off the ground as we're pushing the ball again up towards that forward 50 area, and a 2-on-1 contact with a strong
big
overhead
mark
mark.
by Toby the Sheik. Again, ooh, this is a great passage to play. That was Caden that took the mark. Let's see if he can hit another Suns target up the boundary line.
Nice low kick again. Both teams really struggling to catch that ball when it's coming downwind. Plenty of bodies over the ball. Umpire's surely going to say, oh, that's enough. Let's ball it up. One of the first times we've had a clean exit from the DC Eagles, and it looks to make the most of this opportunity. Unfortunately, the Shepherd came in a little bit too late, and I think that's Julian, is it, Mac?
Yep, going for the ball, and Toby scoops it off the ground.
Umpire saw something, didn't like. I think he said kicking in danger. Free kick there to the Suns.
Big left boot up
Quickly
the boundary.
moving it downfield. It's a beautiful, beautiful lead there from the Suns player. Quickly look to play on here. Another man leading into the 50.
Chris
Beautiful.
Gould, right to Colby.
Downwind. I think he'll just take his time to compose himself and his team here and take a quick breather. Downwind, breeze favouring him.
Other Suns forwards. They're
probably
making
going to
their
be
lead,
hitting
cycling
this.
out.
Hitting this just outside the 50. As he comes in, strikes it nicely. As he got the length, as he got the accuracy. Goal umpire says, unfortunately, length was good, but a line was just off, so that's the behind. So quickly over there to the Watch AFL scoreboard. Our first points of the second half takes us to 4 goals, 6:30. Sacramento Suns over the DC Eagles, yet to score. Wind certainly favourable over this direction here as the DC Eagles players makes a nice kick, but unfortunately unable to take the mark cleanly. Goes out the right with the barrel. Again, lots of bodies on the floor there, like socks on a dance floor, sliding everywhere. It's a ball, just almost a kick and hope there from the DC Eagles, but the Suns, again, numbers behind the ball, cleaning it up on the left foot, pushing it back forward. Ball making its way over the boundary line just inside the 50. Matt, coach's suggestion, coaches chat at half-time. What were they been saying to the Suns?
Keep your heads on the game. We had great possession first half. Do it again.
And I imagine from the Eagles side of things, they would have been saying we need to get some points on the board early here. Keep the ball in hand. Let's look to use the hands and the run rather than the foot. So that ball again is in the forward 50 there, or just on the forward 50 line. Boundary umpire throwing with the breeze. Goes over both ruckmen. Cleaned up there at the back from the Eagles. Nice little right foot over the shoulder. Very nicely picked up. The ball's just going to... Suns having good position there in that midfield to turn that ball over and really push that ball forward again as it goes over both men into the right-hand wing area. Close to the forward 50. Lovely pick up there from the Suns.
Yep.
Great communication. Nice little spin.
Yeah, Nico to Mason now. Mason has the ball. Big kick. Right to Colby. Great target.
Strong lead.
See if he'll do it from the other side. Going against the wind this time.
See if he reaches down for a couple of blades of grass. Check what the wind's doing. Very strongly over that left at the moment. He's going to need to be starting this out to the left-hand side near the behind post. He's given it a hit, but that wind, he called it early. Goal umpire, I think, is going to agree with them. He's given the first major of the second half. That's the 5th goal there for the Sacramento Suns. 5 goals, 6-36.
Another one in the bag for Colby.
All right. Going to bring the ball back in the middle for the ball up. Strong out of the middle there from the Suns. A nice looking running game starting to develop here from the Suns at the moment. They build their confidence. Unfortunately, just the ball dropped just a little too quickly as they entered the 50. But the Suns have found their running game, it looks like, here at the moment, Mac.
Absolutely. It looks like, are they calling that one back, or was that a behind?
Out. I think they said ball over the sideline of a boundary throw-in. Suns creating some good stoppages in the forward 50 there at the moment. And I think they're going to see a little bit of a different style here from the Suns and trying to run the ball a little bit more. Suns really looking to lock it in that forward 50 as that's gone through for a rush behind. Watch AFL scoreboard moves ahead now to 5 goals, 7-37. As you see the national flags and Tasmanian flags really showing just how strong this breeze is. Little right foot step as we bring the ball out from the pocket for the kick in.
Big
nice
kick.
Little movement there.
Big
Very
mark.
strong, yeah, low kick. Keeping out of the wind. We've got a couple of DC players moving forward, but not enough. Still plenty of orange, red and yellow bodies behind the ball there. 77.
That's Toby. Let's see what they do with it. Little handball. Big
Oh.
kick up the line. So Rami, another mark.
Strong
well
mark
taken.
there from Romy. Hands above the head. Good leaping Romy. Ball carries over a lot of both playing groups there at the moment. Moved on nicely with a foot.
Oh.
DC Eagles player just managed to grab a jersey just at the right time, and incorrect disposal. Free kick there to the Eagles. Nice defensive pressure from the Eagles.
DC's got some momentum now. Let's see where they're going with it. That was number 9, Paula Shear. Back towards the center.
Brings the ball back into the corridor. They're going to move the ball out to the right-hand side. It's a foot race. Suns player misses it over the ball, but Suns player in support there makes a nice tackle. Gets the ball away, ball's out cleanly, says the umpire. Ball slips out the back door. Lovely,
switch.
Lovely rush.
Lovely
kick.
mark. That's Casey Campbell again.
Casey Campbell, I think he's going to back himself from here as well, Mac.
He's got the range.
A little bit more downhill. Probably start at the left-hand post and just let the breeze bring it across. We'll see how he goes. Coming, he gives it a nice clean strike. Brother seems happy right through the middle. Beautiful strike. As the two brothers embrace. Watch AFL scoreboard being updated. 6 goals, 7-43. DC Eagles yet to trouble the scoreboard. Mac, another example there of just how strong that breeze was. It was just one rush kick into that forward 50.
Absolutely.
Umpire ball up again. DC Eagles get the strong hand, but it goes straight to a Suns player as they move the ball by hand. Nicely read and intercepted by the DC Eagles player. Has a lot of time to make his decision and finds, hopefully what we see is, unfortunately, just didn't find his hand, but Eagles got some nice numbers there, but the Suns again able to get that ball out of trouble quite easily and picked up nicely with the hands back on the inside. Again, ball moving forward beautifully. What do we got here?
Josh Dawson, big kick to Lay. That's our coach for our D2 men's team. Facundo Lay, number 10. Let's see what he's got.
Comes in, strikes, it looks beautiful off the boot, but has he got the length? He just falls just short. But the ball gets locked in there in the forward 50. We'll have a boundary throw in. Still plenty of run in the DC Eagles' legs here at the moment. Unfortunately, that ball just can't get the numbers upfield as that ball gets moved forward, and the Suns getting plenty of numbers behind the ball. Umpire says we'll have another little go at that. Umpire happy to let that one run as the ball gets rushed through. I think that's going to be a behind. Goal umpire agrees, and that is a behind. Cooper's Field, Division 2 match here between the Sacramento Suns, who are 2-0 already leading into this game, and really showed their dominance in the first half. I was expecting them to be a little bit more dominating on the scoreboard this second half, but the DC Eagles are coming out with a solid defensive performance. Has that ball coming out of the kick in here again. A couple of bodies going up high. A little bit of shepherding, use of the body. Some nice work there from number 25 to shepherd for his teammate. And then he picks up the scraps. Ball down the right-hand sideline. More shepherds, no sheep.
Oh, penalty.
Unsure what
that call? I missed that one.
Unsure what that was for. But there's no one on the mark. The DC Eagles player surely wants to play on quickly as the Suns player rushes up to the mark. Handball to himself. Good result.
That was number 84, Lucas Johnson, DC Eagles.
Lucas managed to get 2 possessions in short timing, but unfortunately the turnover there to the Suns. Got a man down the right-hand side. Plenty of people leading.
Kelly Mariano kicking to space, trying to move the ball forward. Scooped it by the Suns, but the umpire's going to call it back.
And rushes that ball through for a behind.
I don't know if that one counted. Did it?
Unsure what that free kick was there before, but the DC Eagles were coming up and he looked up and he just couldn't see any of his players up ahead of him. But a fantastic kick out there with the DC Eagles. That's the way to do it, playing on quickly as they push the ball back into the corridor. Unfortunately, just can't find the free man, but the ball goes through into the man behind. Suns very quick to react and recover and put that ball back forward again. Lovely pick up off the shoelaces. Great use of the hands. A little bit of candy. Pushes that ball forward again. Great use of little going handball and go, wrap around. Handball again, really seeing a fantastic running game here for the Suns. Surely they can finish it off. Oh.
Mason LaFond moved that ball all the way up the field. A lot of hand passes. That was a big run.
Dropped the footy, wouldn't have dropped a meat pie. And the ball goes through for a rush behind. Lovely passage of play there from the Suns. You see the siren hooter sound as the Suns successful move to 3-0 record here on Division 2. So final Watch AFL scoreboard, we got 6 goals, 10, 46 over the DC Eagles 0.
The Suns secured a spot in the finals.
Fantastic.
See how they pair up.
Fantastic performance there from the Suns, mate. Particularly late in the game, showed that running game. I think they had a lot of success with that, which will be something to see in there as we move into the grand final. Okay, we're going to leave you now, and I believe the next game up here will be the Division 1 women's game between Golden Gate versus Denver, which should be a fantastic game. So looking forward to watching that one, Mac.
Yeah, stick around.